What's holding you back? So if you're a private practice owner right now in 2021, what is holding you back? Why is your practice not growing? And maybe you've grown to where you want it to be. That's what I've done. I've grown the practice to where I want it to be, and I don't really want to grow it anymore. That's awesome. But for those of you who are just getting started or are in a growth phase, what is holding you back? I want to give you my guess. My guess is it's staffing. It's building a team. It's building a team of clinicians who resonate with the culture that you've built, who believe what you believe is important, and who are there to help you build the practice. So I know as a private practice owner specializing in physical therapy, the biggest frustration we've had over the past 20 years has been finding clinical staff. And I can tell you that as much as I love my profession and my roots and everything that I come from, the reality is, if you're looking at a brick and mortar clinic, let's do a little bit of math here. In my geography right now, I'm here about halfway between Cincinnati and Dayton, Ohio. I've got a handful of programs that are producing doctors of physical therapy. But the challenge is, I need to find a therapist who wants to work in outpatient orthopedic. Challenge number one. My pool just went from, say, 5 local programs producing graduates. All of a sudden, I went from all of those potential grads to a small subsection within those potential grads. And then I have to find within that little pool, a PT who wants to work in outpatient orthopedic with geriatric. My pool just got smaller. A PT who wants to work in outpatient orthopedic geriatric in a geography that's close enough to my clinic in Middletown, Ohio. My pool just got smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller, and I have to like them, and they have to meet and fit the culture, and they have to be interested in the same things that I'm interested in. And so at some point you realize I have like 1 candidate, 3 candidates that I could possibly choose from. It's impossible to grow a business when your entire applicant pool consists of 3 individuals. So what can we do to scale that? Well, years ago, when we were in the growth phase and we faced the same challenges, the same shortages we face today, we looked outside the profession. I said, you know what? I know amazing, phenomenal occupational therapists. I know occupational therapists who got into the profession to help people, who have the same approach to function as I do, who want to achieve the same goals for their patients as I do. And there are some really appealing components to the philosophy and the mindset of an occupational therapist that's a bit more challenging in the world of outpatient orthopedic physical therapists. So I would tell you, if you feel like your practice has room for growth, if you feel like you have enough new patient referrals and you have a handle on things and you just can't find that physical therapist to fit into your culture, seriously consider looking at occupational therapy. Look for occupational therapists that maybe they want to get out of skilled nursing. Maybe they want to get out of the environment that says you do only upper extremity and PTs do only lower extremity. Like, that is the craziest thing in the world. How either profession allowed ourselves to get pigeonholed into that criteria is just astounding to me. But nonetheless, there are still tons of skilled nursing facilities out there where OT gets all the upper extremity, PT gets all the lower extremity, right? Like, just absurd. So there are opportunities out there. I would encourage PTs that own private practices that are looking to scale, looking to grow, consider bringing on an occupational therapist. I can tell you, when we had OTs on staff, it was amazing. We had the freedom and the opportunity that my OT would see a total knee replacement. I would obviously see wrist and hand and shoulder. Like, it wasn't about the body part and the credential. It was about who's the best clinician to help this patient get to their goal. You know, and now if my pool of candidates expanded and doubled in size, all of a sudden now maybe I can actually start to hire for some of the soft skills that I didn't have the opportunity to hire for before. You know, I always try to balance my team, male, female, kind of aggressive personality, more passive personalities. I want a solution in a clinician that matches what the particular patient needs. So food for thought, growth in 2021. In the next session, I'll talk about telehealth and scaling telehealth and how telehealth gives you the opportunity while it lasts to now expand your pool to an entire state. Anybody who's licensed in the state of Ohio, technically, if let's say Medicare, for example, would be able to provide a telehealth initial evaluation, develop a plan of care, indirectly, directly supervise my PT assistants from wherever they are, as long as they're available through video and simultaneous audio communication. There are huge opportunities. Don't let the past 20 years of baggage influence where you are moving forward. Look at the landscape with a clean mind and new lenses, and I guarantee you will see how amazing the next 10 years can be, despite how frustrating the past 10 years might have been. Guys, I'll catch you on the next video.